Hi friends, Mrs. D here with you today. I'm going to share a recipe with you for puffy paint, and I'll explain exactly what puffy paint is in a minute, but this is the recipe. Puffy paint. You need 1 tablespoon of self-rising flour, food coloring, or you could probably use liquid watercolors to color it. 1 tablespoon salt, and a little bit of water. But don't worry, if you don't have self-rising flour, you can make your own. Then you'd use 1 cup of flour, 1½ teaspoon baking powder, and a 4 teaspoons salt. And then you would take a tablespoon of that for the recipe. And you'll have some left over and you can use it for another day. So today, I want to show you, I went ahead and mixed up the puffy paint. And this is 2 tablespoons of the self-rising flour, food coloring, 2 tablespoons of salt. And you want to mix it up until it's like the consistency of yogurt. And as it sits, it thickens up a little bit and you can add more water to it. So I made green, and then I made some red for my project today. And this is just 1 tablespoon of each. So depending on what kind of project you're going to do will determine about how much paint you want to make for the. I thought today my project, since we read the book, should I share my ice cream cone? Or actually, I'm sorry, should I share my ice cream? I decided I was going to make an ice cream cone. And you'll want to have your child paint or create on either cardstock, poster board, inside of an old cereal box, something that has a little bit of weight to it. So I'm going to go ahead. I made my cone with just some paper, brown paper, and glued it on there. And I am going to make my ice cream green like Gerald was in the story. What kind of ice cream do you think might be green, my friends? Maybe mint chocolate chip? That's what I think. But there could be other kinds that are green too. Some sherbets are green. So I went ahead and I put the paint where my scoop of ice cream would be. And I think I'll pretend it's melting a little bit, like Gerald's ended up doing in our story. You can use this paint just to make designs as a process art activity for your kids. And then I'm going to use the red for a cherry. Once your child is done creating, you stick it in the microwave for 30 seconds. And that's where the magic and the puffiness happens. Remember poor Gerald's decision he had to make whether to share his favorite ice cream, something that he loved. It was a hard decision for him, wasn't it? And by the time he made that decision, his ice cream had melted. But along came Piggy with her ice cream cone, and hers is brown. What flavor do you think hers was? She shared with Gerald instead. And so they were both happy. The microwave ding means my masterpiece is done. You want to be careful when you take it out. It's a little bit warm, and you can see that the microwave has puffed up the paint and made it hard. So that's a little bit of science with some art for today's project. I hope you have fun creating a masterpiece with puffy paint. Bye, friends.